Happy Friday, everybody. So today's episode is going to be another food episode because it's really cold out again. And let's face it, it's not quite fifth wheeling season. Fixin', I do have some stuff coming up. So stick around. Got an interesting one for you today. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about sous vide. Down on the bottom here, I'll spell you that word, so it sort of sounds different than it's spelled. Anyways, simple setup. Gary with Daydreams About Nice Things wanted me to talk about sous vide a little more. Bob at BluWave, I think he was sort of wondering what that's all about. So basically, it's this toy right here. So let me get it out for you. I do have the water ready because today we're gonna make butter chicken. So if you like Indian food, today will be good for you if you've never made it before. Anyways, this is all you really need to buy. Let's just say this is the tool. This is the sous vide machine. So just a basic submersion heater. There's a clamp that goes on. It circulates the hot water in through this pump, and then a big slot in the back here. You can see the heating elements in there. This will keep your water to a temperature within usually about 0.3 of a degree. I find that this one's actually a little more accurate. No idea what these are worth in the US. Always seems to be cheaper than up here. This is a good quality one. I didn't bother with the ones that have Bluetooth and everything. I don't need to be sitting on my couch and look on my phone and see if my water's still 140 degrees. You can hear it running. They're pretty quiet. So anyways, what I'll do is I'll get this thing cooking here, and we're going to show you submersion cooking. And no, we're not going to boil our food. We're not going to put the food actually in the water. That's just gross. And if you all know me so far, anything that's gross when it comes to food is, no, you won't see that from me. So stick around, be right back, and we'll get this thing cooking. Okay, so what's going on here is I have set my cook temperature for 150 degrees. Right now the water's at 134. My cook time will be 2 hours, and this shows how much time of that 2 hours has gone by. It'll leave a beep and tell you when that is. So all I have is your basic $2 plastic tub. I've cheated and drew a little line on here because there is actually markings on the sous vide machine itself that tell you minimum and maximum water depths. So let's get you a shot in here. You can see it's just there's lots of bubbles on the glass, so a little hard to see, or on the plastic, sorry. But anyways, what that's doing is you can see the flow in there. The bubbles are moving around, there's a little rippling. It's circulating that water so it's even everywhere, okay? And we're gonna let this thing get up to 150 degrees, which is gonna be my final cook temp for this chicken. And we'll be right back. Okay, so here's what's going on here. I've got a couple of nice big chicken breasts. They're all thawed out, ready to go. I didn't screw up like I did last time and keep frozen. So you want to take a Ziploc freezer bag. So not a great big one, but the freezer bags are a little thicker. That's why it's important. You don't want any water. You don't want this to leak. And what you do is you just roll it inside out, making a little pocket like that, and then you're going to put your chicken breasts in here. And the reason for turning this inside out is the top part of this bag here is not actually going to be submerged. So if you leave it up and you get some chicken on here, which you will, you're gonna touch the sides of this bag with the chicken when you put it in. Food safety, again, people, you'll hear me say that all the time. Then it's not going to cook, and when you open this, you will cross-contaminate, and there's almost nothing more dangerous than chicken. So let's get this bagged up and show you how to do submersion method sealing. Okay, so it's been about 4 minutes. That's how fast this thing is. You can hear it beeping away. We're now at 150, which is our set point. So let's get this chicken bagged and in. Okay, so I've got the lid removed here, and I'm going to take, and what you want to do is you want to seal your bag all the way across, except for one small corner. Okay, and we want this to be sealed tight. So all you're going to do is your meat will sink, and you're just going to lower this bag down in, and you're going to lower it in right till it's just above the water line, and you're going to seal that across. A little warm on the thumb. And now you can see it is seriously shrink wrapped, and that's what you want. Okay, so we'll just grab the other one here. We'll do the same thing, and the idea of that is you want full contact with the meat to your plastic bag. You don't want air spaces in there. Air spaces are bad. It won't cook evenly. Okay, so give that a seal up, and there you go, shrink wrapped right to it. Now let's get these mounted on the lid, and we're done. I wasn't going to bother showing this because it's a time consumer, and I know some of these cooking videos can get long, but I think I will because I think it needs to be seen. So I just have these little, all they are is woodworking clips. They're spring-loaded clips. I do have some bigger ones for bigger cuts and stuff, but these are actually really strong. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just getting in under this lid here, sticking it up through the slot that I cut in it with my Dremel tool, because I did make this myself rather than buying an expensive container. You can use a pot if you want. Okay, so, and then you can see I cut the slot in, then I also cut out this spot here, which goes around the water heater, the sous vide machine. So I want to flip these over this way because I want them away. Now let's get you down in so you can see how they're in there. Alright, let's go scuba diving. So you can see they're tightly wrapped inside there. There's not as much bubbles, so you can see a little better. And then you can see that there's spacing. They're not actually touching each other. They're not actually touching the container on the bottom or the sides. They are 100% free floating in there. And that's how they're just clamped on the top. And right now we've got beep 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 going on. So like I say, it's at 150. And all we're going to do is just wait for that beep, and now the timer starts, and in 2 hours this chicken will be ready to put into my butter chicken sauce. So stick around. Alright, so it's been a couple of hours. One of the nice things about sous vide is that it doesn't need to be real accurate as far as timing. So an hour and a half to 4 hours is plenty. You can't overcook with sous vide because it's always at the same temperature. So what I'm going to do, you can hear it beeping, is I'm just going to hit this button right here. Kind of puts it into cool down mode, so it just runs its pump for a second. And we'll pull these out, and I'll show you what we have going on here. So you'll notice something that I did not do. I did not put any seasoning on this chicken. And the reason for that is because I'm making butter chicken, and I have the butter sauce separate for that. So that's, you can see these bags are still shrink wrapped tight on here. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to cut these out, we're going to dry them off, and then we're going to stick them in the butter chicken sauce. So I didn't think there was any need to show you how to cut chicken up. You're just going to cut it up into nice bite-sized little pieces. And now we're going to take all this chicken, we're going to go put it in the pot of the butter chicken sauce on the stove. So you get that in the pot with your butter chicken sauce, and you're going to mix that all up really good. You know, be gentle with it. Your chicken is cooked, so it's a little soft. You don't want to turn it into just all shredded chicken. You want it to kind of stay in lumps like that. Okay, so get you in there a little better. So everything coated real good. Okay, and then we're just going to want to let this simmer. I've got about an hour before my wife gets home, so I'm just going to leave this on the stove to simmer. And I've got my samosas are laid out, and I'm going to put my samosas in shortly after. These are jalapeno cheddar, or well, jalapeno and cheese. I didn't use this cheddar, but anyways, and then I guess I missed that for you. On the back burner, I've got not ready to go yet. This will be last minute thing. I've got some jasmine rice, and then I mix in just water with that. But I also put in about a quarter bag of coconut. So, and this, I just use a generic shredded sweetened coconut, and so I'm going to make coconut rice. And also we have some garlic naan bread. And yeah, so what I got from, it's called the olive tap here in the hat. I love the olive tap. We love the exotic balsamics and the oils. So on my naan bread, I'm going to use this garlic infused olive oil. So a little of that. Okay, let's cut back to the sous vide here for a minute. So we're just going to take that out. Water drains out of it. You don't have to do anything with this. You don't have to clean it. There's nothing to do. It was in clean water. You just simply wrap the cord up. You can grab it right away out of there. See, not burning me. It was only 145 degrees or 150 degrees. So that's not anywhere near too hot to touch. So I just wrap the cord up and I put it away. Now, if you're a bit of a conservationist, there's no reason to throw this water away. Your food was completely sealed in a bag. No food products have touched this water. You've got, 2 gallons in here. Nice hot water. So wash your dishes with it. Use it for something. Let it cool off and put it in your plants, whatever you want to do with it. This is just hot water. It's your tap water that you use to put the sous vide in. And the only thing that was in it was this hot water heater. So there's nothing contaminated with this water. So please don't waste it. Go ahead and use it however you need to use water. It's clearly because I'm a guy. I always hammer on the guys on here to cook something good for your ladies. All the guys maybe don't cook. But so you can see tonight, I broke out the good china, the good Corel. I got the diamond shaped plates. So diamond shaped plates and colorful bowls. That's going to be full of jasmine rice. That's actually going to be jasmine coconut rice. I've got some candles on the table. I got the Santa Claus napkins from Christmas still. So diamond plates, man, that's what it's all about. Thing I should mention too, going with my my Indian theme for tonight, colorful. Their clothing, their restaurants are so colorful and pretty. So I'm just using colorful bowls that I have to do things up. But what I want to get about is warm that up. So that's going to be for the naan bread. This is going to be where all my coconut rice is going, and this is where all the butter chicken's going. So heat those bowls up, heat those plates up, and it keeps your food hot longer and just makes the meal that much more enjoyable. So I sliced up my naan bread and threw it in on the pizza stone at 400 degrees. A little bit of garlic olive oil on it, and we will be about 8 minutes and this will be ready. Okay, so the wife is home. Tucker is on looking suspiciously. He always gets very suspicious when things go on in the kitchen. So we've got naan bread, we've got butter chicken, we've got wonderful, first time ever trying coconut rice. We've got candles with the diamond plates and the fancy silverware. Let's do a flyby. Oh yeah, look at that. So anyways, we're just about to have supper. So there you go, quick and easy butter chicken. And it's date night for us. Look how nice we're dressed, huh? You can't tell if we're wearing pants or not. Hey, tell me who hasn't wanted to go to the restaurant and wear sweatpants with your nice shirt and be comfortable at the table. Because we are gonna hammer this Indian cuisine. We're gonna eat way too much. We're gonna be uncomfortable. And it was a good day. So happy Friday, everybody.